wind was blowing cold, and the drums sounded a steady cadence. The faces of the soldiers were somber. It would be a day etched permanently in the pages of American history. Somehow one can't help but wonder if the soldiers had a way of knowing they were putting their lives on the line in a war in which there could be no winner. Did the soldiers who marched off that cold November day 125 years ago to fight in the bloody Battle of Franklin have some way of knowing that within just hours after the first shot rang out through the Williamson County countryside, that more than 9,000 warriors would lie dead or wounded on the blood-soaked ground? These questions may never be answered, but these men, both young and old, came here today determined that the memories will live on. More than 4,000 soldiers gathered here recently to reenact the historic battle. Steve Hubble came from Muscatine, Iowa to take part.
I've been interested in Civil War since 5th grade, and my nephew got into it later when I was later on in life, and I just joined after he did. Every summer we go out, we have our group, we have like a schedule of 10 events per year. Our group is very lenient. You go when you can go, and you know, if the wife needs you at home or the lawn needs mowed, why then go a little later.
What is your role that you'll play here today?
My role today will be on the cannon, and I'll be on the front of the gun.
And you'll be actually fire the weapon?
Yes, sir, we will be firing it. We do not fire shells, we just fire powder.
Frank McCutcheon is a plastic surgeon from Little Rock in real life, but on this day, he's a soldier in General Cleburne's army. And I understand today you're going to be leading the regiment in the battle behind the bagpipe.
Yes, sir. As you know, our General Cleburne, is an Irishman and plays the pipes himself. And General Smart, the general of our 2nd Brigade, has asked me to honor our brigade with leading them into battle this afternoon.
And I understand all the people that participate have to furnish their own equipment there.
Yes, everybody outfits themselves. The sutlers are good about providing that, and there are some people that make all the gear authentically. It's all made to specifications accurate to the times.
Well, it kind of gets to be an expensive hobby, doesn't it?
Oh, it can be, particularly if you want to stay warm on a day like today. In the summer, it doesn't take quite as much.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the pipes once again this afternoon. In the cemetery over my shoulder lies the remains of a Confederate soldier named McEwen. He fell during the Battle of Richmond. His body was returned here to Williamson County by his servant, where he could rest forever on his own land. I'm sure his spirit will be dancing today when once again thousands of Confederate troops square off against thousands of Union troops to reenact the Battle of Franklin. The reality of it all, the outcome will be the same. They came on horses. They came on foot. But the important thing is they came. And they lived their roles much like the original soldiers lived theirs. In tents, in the cold, around open fires, and with dogged determination. The first shots rang out as the fierce battle began. Gunsmoke fills the air as the advancing troops charged right into the face of the firmly entrenched cannon. Troops, mostly Confederate, were dropping like flies as the battle intensifies. Charge after charge, they fought as if there were no tomorrow. And for thousands, there wasn't. After the bullets and the cannonballs, it was hand to hand with clubs and bayonets. Finally, it's all over. Thank God this time it was only make-believe. Still, the reality of it all was enough to make a person's blood run cold. John Huron of Bristol, Tennessee, knows well that feeling of reality. John, you have just participated in the reenactment of the Battle of Franklin. Our side didn't do too well, did it?
Didn't do too well. Hopefully it'll never happen again.
What do you feel when you're actually out on the battlefield like that?
Every once in a while, it depends on the situation, but every once in a while you get the ultimate reenactor experience when just the whole modern world is put away. And it doesn't come very often. It doesn't come in every battle that you go to, but that is the ultimate thing that a reenactor can experience, is just the feeling of really being there. and you're just totally oblivious to anything that's going on around you, and it's modern, and it's just what we're out here for.
Dale McCabe of Baltimore, Maryland, also knows the feeling of reality, the fear, the courage, the surprise.
We did Shiloh a few years back over in southwest Tennessee, and I was a color guard for a unit, and we were the first few men to hit the hornet's nest. And I don't even know if the Yankees really knew that we were going to charge or not. But when we hit the fence, their eyes got about, this big around, and they looked scared. And for that instant, as I was going up over the rail fence, it felt very real. That's the only way I can describe it.
As the weary warriors leave the field of battle, we can all feel that we've had a small part in reliving a page of history. And we can all hope it's a page that will never repeat itself.
Tennessee Civil War 150 is made possible in part by Tennessee Department of Education, Tennessee Civil War Sesquicentennial Commission, and Tennessee Civil War National Heritage Area.